Hi everybody, welcome to Smart Yoga Nutrition by Talia. This is second week of our 8-week nutrition program, Eat Smart, Live Strong, your weekly guide. During the second week, we will work on a habit of eating slowly. So why eating slowly? First of all, it improves your digestion. We chew better, our digestive system has time to prepare and just responds better. There are also a few research that shows that people who slow down eating naturally without trying consume less calories as opposed to people who eat faster, chew less. And lastly, this is a very useful habit that is always with you no matter where you're at. So it doesn't matter whether the meal on your plate is perfect from a nutrition point of view. There's always a tool that can help you eat better. I will share with you some techniques of how you can slow down while you're eating. What I noticed with working with my clients, the most challenging setting is when you're at a party or with other people or in a restaurant in a company of people and you're talking, and sometimes you don't pay attention to how you eat, how you consume your food. Therefore, it is very helpful when you look around and notice the slowest eater and try to pace yourself and try to match the pace of that slower eater and yourself. So that might help you to stay mindful and slow down while you're eating. The second technique is, if possible, use chopsticks for food. It is a little bit more challenging than spoon, and it will slow you down and slow down your eating. Another technique is that you can add small sips of water between bites, just delaying the time between the bites. That also helps a lot. Another technique is to put the utensils down between each bite, which will also prolong the time of you eating. Another technique is to time your meals and see how long on average it takes you to finish your plate, and trying to add 1 more minute each time you're eating. And another technique, which is more of a mindset, perhaps you can sit quietly, of course, with no distractions, no phone, no outside distractions, maybe if possible, no TV, and have that mindset that you're actually trying to savor your food. So you're going to try to wine taste your food. You're going to try to notice the flavor, texture, whether it's salty, what kind of spices are there. So really concentrating mindfully on the food, like a fine dining, right? That might also help, and that will also develop the habit of actually paying attention to what you eat, how you chew it. And again, it will give your body time to actually signal you that you're full, and it will be easier for you to just finish eating when your body tells you when you're full, without having a mindset of cleaning the plate or consuming without even realizing how much food you consumed, especially if it's a buffet, or if it's like a shared meals where you don't necessarily see the portions. This technique, this habit will really come in handy. If you started from a week 1, I recommend you to add the habit on the habit of week 1. So you continue to do your habit, to do your goal for week 1, and try to add yet another habit of eating slowly and see how that goes. Of course, if you're feeling overwhelmed, or if you feel like it's going to be too much and you will not achieve your goal, you might put the habit of week 1 aside and concentrate on eating slowly. The same like we did in week 1, I want you to take the pen and paper and write down your goal specifically. For example, for the next week, I will try to eat slowly. You choose your technique, how you're going to slow down. I will try to eat slowly this amount of meals per day, this meal, dinner, breakfast, lunch, whatever, or snack, but be very specific. Yeah, this day, this amount of meals. Even if it's 1 meal per week, that's already working on the habit. It's very useful just to see, to know how you're behaving around food, how fast it takes you to finish your plate. It's very, very useful habit. I think it's one of the most important in this 8-week coaching program, in my opinion. Even though the next weeks will be more precise with more details, but this one is very basic, which will work. You know, basics always work the best. Okay, so having said that, you're gonna really specify the goal, the amount of meals you're gonna try to slow down eating, same like we did in week 1. Be very, very specific, minimum doable action. Don't try to aim for something extraordinary big, which is unrealistic. Okay, we're trying to make sure it's doable. Okay, and of course I recommend you to use the WOOP technique that we used in week 1, wish outcome obstacle plan. If you haven't heard about it, if you haven't watched video of week 1, I recommend you to go back and just, you know, look through to see what this technique is all about. It really helps to predict the obstacles that might arise on the way of this goal setting that we are working on, working on the habit, and of course how to prepare for the obstacle, how to plan to overcome it so it doesn't hinder us at all. And lastly, I have a small challenge for you. The only challenge during this 8-week program. Ready? So I want you to take 10 raisins or 10 almonds. And I want you to, personally, I prefer raisins because it's more challenging. So I want you to take 1 raisin and eat it during 1 minute. So 10 raisins, it should take you 10 minutes to finish. It's truly challenging, even though it doesn't sound like it. I encourage you to try and let me know in the comment section how it truly feels to slow down. And of course, like, share, subscribe, and if you have any questions, you can always ask them in the comment section. And see you in next week.